What if someone didn't need to control your actions because they could control your sense of reality? That's gaslighting, and it's far deeper and more dangerous than most people think. Most people think gaslighting is just lying. It's not. At its core, gaslighting is about making you doubt your own ability to know what's real. It shifts your thinking from, "I know what happened," to, "Can I even trust myself?" And once that shift happens, everything else becomes easier to control. Here's something surprising. Gaslighters don't have to be smart. They just have to be consistent. Your brain has a built-in shortcut. The more often you hear something, the more true it feels. So even weak lies, if repeated enough, start to feel real. Not because they make sense, but because your brain gets tired of resisting them. We like to think memory is a recording. It's not. Every time you remember something, your brain rebuilds it. So when someone says, "That never happened," or "You're remembering it wrong," your brain doesn't just defend the memory, it starts editing it. Over time, you can end up changing your own past without realizing it. If someone denied everything all the time, you'd eventually stop believing them. But gaslighting doesn't work like that. Instead, it mixes truth and denial. Sometimes they'll say, "Yeah, that happened." Other times, "You're completely wrong." This unpredictability keeps you hooked, because now you're thinking, if they admit some things, maybe I'm wrong about the rest. Gaslighting isn't really about arguments, it's about identity. Slowly, it changes how you see yourself. You go from, "I trust myself," to, "I need them to tell me what's real," and that creates dependency. At that point, control doesn't need force, it becomes automatic. Your brain hates uncertainty more than being wrong. So when two realities clash, yours and theirs, your brain tries to resolve the conflict. And often, the easiest solution is, "Maybe I'm mistaken," because that feels more stable than confusion. Here's something most people miss. Gaslighting works more through emotion than logic. A calm disagreement is one thing, but when someone says, "What's wrong with you? That never happened," it creates stress, and stress makes it harder to think clearly. So it's not just the words, it's the pressure behind them. After a while, something even stranger happens. The gaslighter doesn't need to say anything anymore. You start doing it to yourself. You think, "Maybe I'm overreacting, maybe I'm remembering wrong." At that point, the manipulation isn't outside anymore. It's inside your own mind. So how do you protect yourself? Not by arguing better, not by having a perfect memory, but by creating anchors, things outside your mind that don't change, writing things down, saving messages, checking with neutral people. Because when reality is questioned, external proof becomes your strongest ally. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Not all gaslighters know what they're doing. Some people actually believe their version of events. They reshape reality to protect themselves, which makes it harder to detect and even harder to challenge. Gaslighting isn't just manipulation, it's something deeper. It's the slow erosion of your ability to trust your own mind. And once that trust is gone, control doesn't look like control anymore. It just feels like confusion. If this made you see things differently, you're starting to notice what most people miss. And that's the first step to never being controlled this way again.